Yo, 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 yo. What's up, guys? How's everyone doing? Just hanging out, guys. Just gonna hang out, shoot the shit, talk about the new guitar I have coming. Pretty excited. Figured we just hang out on a Sunday night. That's exciting. It's an exciting feeling. I have my second one coming. I love my guitar, man. I love my Solar. Obviously, I'm not playing it right now. I left it upstairs, but you know. Excuse me. So I just bought a Solar baritone, finally. I have been wanting one forever. I mean, good for a beginner. My first guitar was a cheap Squire Strat. So to buy a Solar as your first guitar, not knowing whether or not you're going to stick to it, that might be a bit of a jump, but that would be my only concern. Like, I would not buy my kid a Solar guitar as his first guitar. Ah, gotcha. So I'll show you guys some pictures. LTD, like ESP. The thing I like about my Solar, and I think it's with most of the models, is the neck isn't finished. It's very satin. I mean, it's... So my PRS right here, my SE, it's got a finished neck, but I scuffed it up and rubbed it off because I hate a finished neck. So you guys want to see some pictures of the new guitar? Yeah, I don't really like the rounded horns on. I don't really like the rounded horns on the ESPs. I like the sharp angular edges. I mean, the Eclipse body shape is pretty cool, but I like the Phoenix body shape, but I mean, not a real big fan of the Viper. Yeah. Oops. Eee. So who do we got in here? What's up, Dale? Yeah, dude. I watched a couple videos on it today, and it seems pretty sick. Definitely geared more towards clean tones, but I think I'm gonna download and play with it. It seems really, really awesome. Very crisp. I mean, it sounded great in the videos I watched. So, I can at least play with it for 2 weeks. That's the cool thing. Neural lets you play with it for 2 weeks. Yeah, for sure, man. Yeah, so I wanted to just jump on and hang out. I am terrible at planning these. I've been slowly but surely trying to improve and set up my streaming setup so that I can more easily just jump right into them, have them scheduled. So that's what I was doing today, and I figured, screw it. I'll jump on, hang out with whoever's on. Show off the new guitar I got on order. Well, it's not on order, it's on its way. You guys want to see this new guitar? I found an amazing deal on a Solar guitar here in the States. I was just about to pull the trigger on a brand new one, and I don't know if any of you guys have ordered a Solar, but they're like $12.99 new, and shipping is like $80 to $100, and then there's import fees. So it gets pretty pricey. It gets pretty pricey. So I found a sick deal on Reverb for that baritone I've been looking at. And I found it, and it looks like it's brand new. All said and done, I got it for $1,000, so I saved a decent chunk of money. And here she is. Oh, I suppose I should put it up on the screen, huh? Here we go. 27-inch baritone with the Evertune. I'm so excited. You guys have no idea. I've been wanting to get this pretty much since I got my first Solar. I love the distressed hardware. It looks so sick. This thing is in like mint condition. I mean, gosh, look at it. Super clean. Barely played. Ah, Bun, what's up, brother? Yeah, I'm so excited, man, to be able to tune down low again and have that Evertune. Yeah, it's not black bun, but I'm digging it. I love that kind of bare finish, or almost, stained dark. Man, I'm so excited. It's supposed to be here Thursday. It can't come soon enough. See what happens when you don't have an Evertune? Yeah, I do too. I have to admit, I do like when they're maybe stained a little bit darker, but yeah, I liked being able to see the wood grain, the open pore thing on my other Solars. I mean, I love that. I love how that's finished. I'm really, really excited to get my hands on it. It's supposed to show up Thursday. Probably going to take Friday off, I'm hoping, so that I can just mess with it, play with it, make a few videos on it for Friday or on Friday. I'm so excited. Can't friggin' wait. Does it help with attention? Yeah, I have no idea what kind of wood that is, my man. Jason, that's a good question. What's up? What's up? So the Evertune doesn't really do much for the tension. It holds the tension, just like your regular bridge does. It compensates for bends if you have it set up that way. So it doesn't. If I'm being completely critical, I think maybe the tension's a little bit more slinky with the Evertune, but I think where that comes into play is like for instance on my hardtail PRS SE here, when it's in tune and I'm chugging away, like the tension remains the same, but I'm also slightly pulling it out of tune. Everybody pretty much does. So on the Evertune, for those variations, if you're cramming down on chords too much, or really kind of digging in when you're bending, the tension on that bridge is compensating for what you're raising it. Basically, when you're pulling something sharp, you're putting more tension on the string. The Evertune compensates. So I guess you could say that it does kind of get a little more slinky, but not in a bad way. I haven't felt like it's affected my playing in any way, other than the fact that I can dig in a little bit more with some confidence and not pull the thing out of tune. Now, if you want to increase your string gauge and tension, they do make replacement saddles. So they have 3 different saddles, and there's a range of tensions, and you can refer to the Evertune webpage. Alder? Yeah, we can look it up. I believe you, but let's take a look. Right. So Bun, you're saying, and I mean I know this, the longer scale length compensates for the lower tuning and what would be a decrease in tension. Correct? Am I correct? Let's see. Filter. Scale 27. So it looks like the three wood types that Solar guitars come in are alder, swamp ash, and mahogany. So let's see. This is essentially the one I got. Maple. Does that mean neck material is maple? Alder body, maple neck. Sick. Yep. Thanks, bro. I scrolled down and figured it out. Yep, down here it says, where is it? Material body is alder. End material, which I assume is neck material, is maple, like you said. Yep. Gotcha. I feel like, and this is just coming from me, having played basically a guitar with a fixed bridge my entire life, my entire guitar playing life. My other PRS has a floating bridge, but I blocked it, so basically it's a fixed bridge. Anybody who complains about an Evertune, I don't know that they've played an Evertune. Now, there's something that could probably be said for the giant chunk of wood you're taking out, but you're also adding a giant mass of metal in there. So whether or not people can hear that type of difference, especially for most of us that I think are in here, you're not going to notice something like that when you're bathed in, gain and distortion. So I really, really wouldn't sweat it too much. If you're looking for, since I'm primarily a rhythm player, tuning is everything. And you can still set it up to bend and still maintain a tuning, which is the beautiful thing. Once you learn like where your bends start happening, you adjust. I mean, you can set it up to where you can play and it'll still keep the tuning, but you bend. I guess what I'm saying is, on this one, you're almost instantaneously bending it out of tune. With the Evertune, I could get away with a little bit of bend, which is nice when you're playing rhythm and big chords, so you're not pulling it out of tune, but you can still get to the point where it's bending and play it like a normal guitar. So anybody who's complained about it, I don't know if they've played it or spent any time playing it. I think people are stuck in their old ways, don't want to see guitar technology change and admit that it could be beneficial. Right on, dude. So is a mahogany guitar darker? Because I would presume it's more dense. It's a more dense wood. Or am I wrong? Do I have that wrong? Jason, brother, yeah, I'm so excited, man. I'm so excited. It was a heck of a deal. I couldn't pass it up. And I was worried about buying one on the used market, and I messaged Ola and made sure like there was no ill will because I bought a used one. He was like, "Dude, are you kidding? Congrats!" I'm happy. He was stoked. He was excited for me. He totally understood. Resonant. so friggin' excited. What's weird is the certificate says limited edition 26 of 150. So why it's limited, I'm not entirely sure. Maybe this is before they were mass making the baritones. This is like the first run. Either way, I am pretty excited, boys. To say the least. I don't mean to be flexing at all, but I am just legitimately excited about having a baritone again. It's, heck yes. Oh, do we have the helix going through twice now? Mahogany has an unpleasant, gnarly sound in the high end. Alder sounds more defined and love the low end. Right on. Okay, cool. Right on, Dale. Family first. We'll be on for a while. I'm just hanging out, so thanks for stopping by, brother. No, it was not Silverchair, Jason. I don't know any Silverchair. Silverchair is one of those bands that, like, I've known about since I've been into music, and I've never listened to them. Yeah, so this one was like my everyday guitar. This is a, here, let me switch cameras real quick. I can show you. It's a Tremonti SE. I am not particularly a Tremonti fan and definitely not a Creed fan, but I'm a fan of this SE because very, very affordable, very, very good guitar for the price. I mean, very good guitar, period, but the price is right. So, oh, without the inlay, I don't think you're going to get a Solar without that inlay. You're going to be waiting a while, I think. I don't mind it. Like, as a Solar artist, even if I wasn't a Solar artist, like, I love the guitar, I love Ola, I love what he's doing for the community, and I have no problem with that inlay. Is it big? Yeah, a little. But at least there's no fret dots, you know? So, there's some give and take there. What else? Sorry, guys. I'm not trying to miss anybody's comments. Next time I was looking at the... Yeah, so I got the baritone because I like tuning low, but I don't really need that extra string, and I just prefer 6 strings. So the baritone is something I've been eyeing up for a while, and we got that shit coming. Super excited. Do it, brother. Do it. Like, if you need any tips, let me know. I'm more than happy to roughly help anybody walk through trying to get this set up. Live streaming it's somewhat involved, but not as intimidating as it looks. I mean, if you can put up a video on YouTube and edit a video, you can live stream. So I know that the At the Gates signature model Solar has the Fishmans in it, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, man, hit me up. I like the Solar pickup. So I have Fishmans in this, and they are by far the best active pickups, in my opinion. They're the most passive sounding active pickups, and you still get that clean active output. But I love my Solar pickups. I've made so many of my patches, my Helix patches with my Solar, that when I play it on this thing, I basically have to make a new patch. You know, that's a little bit of extreme, but I have to tweak it and alter it so much. It's definitely different, but I prefer the way my tones come together with the passive pickups, if that makes sense. So I'm not shitting on these Fishmans. I love them. But having played EMGs before, DiMarzios, the Solar pickups, the Fishmans, I think I prefer passives. And I think not far in the future, once I get my hands on this baritone, which will be here Thursday, and I can't wait. At some point, I think I'm going to try some different pickups in it, just to optimize the tone for those low tunings, you know? So it's nice that you, in the Fishmans, you have the two voicings, and then you have like a cut. I love my Helix. I've never played an Axe FX. People who have an Axe FX and record, obviously there are numerous artists that use Axe FX for their recording in live situations, and there is no doubt that those are amazing sounding. I've had the Helix rack just probably about 6 months after it came out, after Helix was released, and I love it. I love Helix, so yeah, I've played a lot of the Neural DSP stuff, and it's cool. I like it. I just hate playing. I still feel like I get a better sound out of my Helix, and I don't like playing through plugins. But they do sound great. Like the neural knows they know what they're doing, and it's safe to say that their hardware is going to be sick. Especially if like all these amps they're coming out as plugins are going to be inside of the hardware. Man, it's going to be tough to beat. Yeah, so it looks like you can definitely go deeper with the Axe FX. I mean, you can still go, like, there's settings in the Helix for amps that you can't adjust in real life, you know, sag and hum and bias. I mean, you can adjust the bias of an amp, but, you know, there are ways to dive deep into Helix too. But Axe FX, yeah, I mean, you can do all sorts of things based on what I've seen. So yeah, like I was saying with the Fishmans, you have two voicings. So this is the main voice, and I know I'm kind of just using like a dirty tone here. And this is the second voice. Yeah, so that's something I want to get into is I actually want to make my own IRs. I'm a huge fan of Own Hammer. I love them. I will use them forever, but I want to, mainly for my following, for you guys, I want to make my own IRs as best as I can so that I can make my Helix tones all inclusive. So like, as it stands right now, those of you who are members, if there's any members in here, or Patreon subscribers, I give away a monthly Helix tone, but I can't give away the IR. So it's like, you're not totally getting the complete thing unless you have those IRs. And I always let you know what IR I used. But I want to get to the point, I want to make some IRs that sound good as I can possibly get them. Make my Helix tones with those IRs so that I can just give them to you guys. Jen plays with a Helix? Oh, shit. I'll have to send her some patches. I had no idea. Sick. So what else is going on? How's everybody doing? Yeah, I mean, virtual work, that's better than having to go out in public. I'm being very cautious with all this nonsense. And I'm lucky enough to be in a position where I don't have to go anywhere. I work from home, so nice. Shit, okay. Yeah, I just kind of started following Jen on YouTube. I've known of her, and obviously Ola is friends with her. And I feel like I might have ran into her at NAMM, but yeah, shit, I didn't know, so I'm gonna have to do a little digging and start shooting the shit. Yeah, we actually just I'm a videographer and video editor for a company, and we went on our first shoot in the public last week with some stringent and intense guidelines and safety measures. And that was the first time I went out and actually worked since maybe November, December. We've been working on client work, but not shooting anything, so it was interesting. No, I am not familiar with Mario, or Spotlights, or how he uses the Helix. Right on, brother. You've been in the thick of it then. It's just so unfortunate the way, I don't want to get into it too much, it's a bummer, but people in the States just do not seem to be taking this seriously, and we have to look pretty ridiculous to the rest of the world. For that and many other reasons. Yeah, I mean, we never really, like, we barely got it under control, and then can't fucking think past our nose. It's becoming pretty glaring that Americans can't be proactive. We're just so reactive. It's like, oh, wait a minute, this is a big deal. Until, it's like, I don't know. I'm frustrated. Very frustrated. But what are you going to do? You just got to do what you can do. Play your part as best as you can. Try to be a good example. I don't know what else to do. Right on, man. I mean, it shouldn't be this hard. Like, in the grand scheme of things, even if we had to, like, lock down for a year, and I realize that it's difficult. People need to work. People need money to pay their bills. I get it. I'm on one income right now, as a matter of fact. I know all too well what is involved with a shutdown. But if the worst case scenario was we were semi or to some degree locked down for 6 months, 9 months, a year out of our entire lives, we couldn't, I don't know. It's a bummer. All I know is I've been able to play a lot of guitar. Yeah, nice. Clean air. Yeah, so he's kind of like probably doing 4-cable method type of thing, using the Helix as like a preamp and a pedal platform and running through real amps. Seems like a lot of people do that. Which, I mean, not a lot, but it seems to be one of the common ways to use the Helix. Just pretty sick. I mean, if I had a live amp setup, I think I would probably do that as well. Yeah, I pretty much play with my headphones all the time. If I'm mixing, I'll, there's times where I can run through my monitors and kind of reference through my monitors, but I do so much through my headphones. I know how everything sounds in my headphones, so. Yeah. Let's see. Right on, man. Yeah. You're sacrificing for others, That's part of that, being in that field. And long hours, long shifts. So I commend you for sure. I couldn't work in the healthcare field. I'm very sensitive. I don't like seeing people hurt. What's up, Rob? How's it going? Yeah, so I run my Helix into a PreSonus audio interface. Talk about it in a few videos. Interface goes to my PC. Yeah, I thought you lived in Canada. So does it work? Bring you back and forth across the border? So I have the PreSonus, the Studio 1824, and I have had no real problems with it. Yeah, so yeah, I mean, I'll get to all of your guys' comments. Hold up. Rob, I've been back and forth between being motivated and inspired and being completely unmotivated and uninspired. And luckily I have a couple people, my buddy Scott, the Bun, who I talk to just about every week, if not multiple times a week, that we bounce we're pretty much on the same YouTube journey. So it's nice to have a partner, somebody who knows what goes into this and the creative process. And I have some people I can kind of talk to and like get stuff off my chest to try and get back to a place of inspiration. And when I'm not feeling inspired, I'll stop playing for that day, or I do try and practice every day, but listen to music is a huge thing. Books, listen to podcasts, get your mind off of shit. I know when I'm reading too much news, and I mean, I just deleted all social media off my phone because I was getting kind of consumed between news and then seeing everybody, in my opinion, be completely stupid. And these are people that I was supposedly friends with on social media that I don't necessarily agree with on the pandemic or the recent kind of awakening for all the racial injustice that's gone on. Like, I was overwhelmed with just basically negativity. So you gotta kind of like, there's a fine line between being informed and overwhelming yourself with negative shit. So if you find yourself uninspired, if you feel like there's something you need to know what's going on, fine, hit up some news, but don't dwell in it. Check shit out, then get off, Wow. Crazy, dude. I've been looking at Toronto. I mean, I have a family, and it would take so much coordinating and talk, and I don't know. Dude, Facebook is the worst. I'm telling you. Facebook, people who don't understand what Facebook is doing, and they're not necessarily being malicious, but they basically feed you into a negative feedback loop. So if you have a negative thought about something, and the same thing goes the other way. If you were just interacting about fucking, mittens and knitting, that's all you would get in your Facebook feed. And the problem is people go on Facebook to complain or to talk some bullshit that they saw in a meme or post a meme, not have a thought for themselves. But I don't know, man. I don't want to get started on it. I fucking hate social media. I'm on Instagram to interact and Facebook to interact. I've met some good people on Facebook. It's tough because a lot of you that I talk to are from social, but I'm not a fan of it, really. I'm so reluctant to use it. I use Instagram basically to push my YouTube stuff. And I mean, that's kind of why I try to remain as positive I can in all my videos and kind of share everything I can possibly share, because if it can help inspire people to if sharing this stuff can help people make music, then they're doing that instead of other shit or being distracted. So music calms me, and being creative calms me, and being productive calms me, and I love it, man. New tracks. I got a bunch of riffs I'm working on. I'm trying to write some new stuff. That's exactly it. It really does. It really, really does. I try to make a bunch of different types of music too. I am a hip hop producer as well. I don't do it as frequently as I have in the past, but I love making beats. I've been experimenting with electronic music. I do some scoring and symphonic stuff, so to be able to come down and just get an idea out, it is really therapeutic. And I would much rather be down here fucking around with my music and creating something than watching TV. Now, I'm a fan of a lot of TV shows, and I'm a huge movie guy. At least I was at one point in my life. I'm trying to get back into film again, but I don't want to sit there blindly and aimlessly watching TV. I'd rather be creative. Rob, I have FL on my laptop and was trying to play with it and learn it, but I've done most of my producing on my Mac in Logic, but I've been doing more and more in Studio One on my PC, because they have some tools in Studio One, step sequencers, drum machines, samplers that are all amazing. And I think I was just underutilizing what Studio One could do. can bring up some stuff, I think. Should be able to bring up some music. I think I have it set up to do so. If you guys are just chilling and hanging out, we can go through some shit. Right on. Yeah, right on, Rob. Rob, you're the one who said you lived in Michigan? Yeah, I'm in Wisconsin, so we're not far. Rep in Pennsylvania. I'm from Southern California. Moved here in 1998. Graduated high school. Had kids almost instantaneously, and I've been here ever since. Yeah, when everything calms down, I have plans with Scott, aka The Bun, to go to Toronto and hang with him for a while, because I can work remotely, so I can spend some time. So when there isn't the risk of getting ill and potentially horribly ill, and getting other people ill, I'm planning on going to Toronto. So yeah. Let's see what we have going on here. I got to do a little tweaking to get Studio One to kind of show up in here. Let's see. What do we got here? I don't remember what this is. All right. This is a cool little thingy I have here. Let me get restream going. Send audio. Local broadcast. Bear with me, guys. Let me know if you guys can hear this. It was a little ditty I was working on in I had watched a Pink Floyd documentary. Smoked a little weed and wrote that. It's just nothing. It's creepy. That's what I do. I write creepy riffs. What else we got going on? Oh, my go-to. So a plugin I've been using a lot. Oh, this might be a beat I started. Bun, you're still awake. What are you doing awake, dude? Wow, Zach destroyed you guys' ears. I'm sorry. So a plugin I use a lot, or has been kind of quite inspiring for writing electronic and hip hop stuff, is Sublab. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of it. Some of you probably haven't, but it is an amazing, like 808 sub kick type of. Ah, you guys had a nice long weekend, dude. That's awesome. So yeah, Sublab it's got so many filthy 808 subs, and it's nice because you can so you have the synth, you have a sample, and then you have like harmonic sub you can mix in. This one doesn't even have a sample. Anyhow, not very rock or metal at all, but that's that's what I've been using for. It's been kind of inspiring. What was I using? I love this repeater plugin. I love repeater, I love delay, and I love reverb. What would I like in a Helix update? Man, I don't know. I was super thrilled with something that I didn't realize I would use so much is yeah, Rob. I stopped using cracked plugins because I just feel bad. I used cracked plugins for a long time. And then I kind of got to the point where I could afford them. And I'm not saying that you can't. I'm just saying, like, once I got to a place where I felt like I didn't need to crack them, I stopped. So Omnisphere is definitely something I want to pick up for all of my music. Power amp Sims and an OD9. Huh. Yeah. I guess I don't know. I don't know what they could do. Maybe a little bit more. I'm a huge IR fan. I use IRs all the time. Maybe something with that workflow. And what that is, I don't know. But let's see what else I got. Just going through riff ideas, going through song ideas. Maybe you guys can learn a thing or two. What in God's name is this? Oh, so this is my buddy, one of my good friends in California. He's a producer and he's working with some hip hop artists and rappers. So I wrote some guitar parts for this beat. I'll let you guys hear it. So he just wanted some funky stuff to go along with this beat. So here's the beat. I wrote this, which he loved. And then I sent him a bunch of options too. That's how I learn, man. YouTube videos, master classes, Creative Live. Creative Live, there's tons of music and production. I'm still learning, always learning at mixing. Mixing is something you never aren't learning at or getting better at. The more you do it, the better you get. So don't feel bad if you feel like you have room to improve. You always will. Mastering is just something where, like, I was at the beginning when I was releasing singles and stuff, I would mix my stuff and then pass it on. Later, brother. Good talking. Thanks for stopping by, man. Yeah, hit me up with the live streaming questions. What was I saying? Fucking forgot. Nick, thank you. Yeah, I mean, the coil split on the Helix or on the Solar, I just love how spanky it is. So when I get asked to work on a track or come up with parts, I'll give them a few different options. Well, that's the same thing. So that's what I've been working on there. Hopefully that'll be... I think they're doing a video for that. Right? That's what I thought. It's like I've always wanted a telly for that spanky, chimey sound, and split the coil, it sounds good. Oh yeah, masters. So my early singles, and Bun knows about this, like I was sending them to Lander, Landr. It's like, you upload, they use algorithmic systems to master your music, and it shits out a master. And some of the stuff I did with my project with my buddy Jeff, the Partisan component, that's all, other than one track, it's Lander. The first one I mastered, and it's the quiet one, and then it's Lander, and then I'm like, no, and then talking with Scott, the Bun, a bunch, we were kind of going back and forth on the process, and it's like, well, I can do it. I know I can do it. It's like, you're pushing your mix, doing some overall EQ and sculpting, so... Ooh, a Prestige. Nice, brother. Yeah, it's cool. But so that second position must split the coil. I think that's the kind of like you get that sound. So what do we got? Hold on. Oh yeah, so this is something I'm working on with, or I'm He doesn't know it yet. Another musical friend I'm going to try and work on some stuff with. I mean, I'm not one of those guys, like, by any means necessary. You know what I mean? Lander, you pay $20 and you get a professional sounding master. Now, is it as tailored as it possibly could be? No. But I mean, I can play some of the Lander stuff, you know. Just a matter of, yeah, as a matter of fact, I'll play some of the masters from Lander. It's, you know, I'm not one of those guys that's going to shit on you for how you got to a result. If it sounds good, it sounds good. You know, if you didn't tell them you went to Lander, they wouldn't be able to guess. So, you know, it is what it is. Oh, Nick, thanks, man. Appreciate it. You did not need to do that, but I'll take the $3.40. Cheers, brother. Yeah. If you have any questions, let me know. I take a lot of your guys' input and questions on what videos kind of get made, so do not hesitate to ask away. So this is something I'm working on, and it's like the start of something. I'm going to send what I have to somebody else and see what they come up with. That was me. I've mastered everything since. As a matter of fact, I think maybe all of my solo singles have been mastered myself. So. I can probably bring that up and show you what I did. I'll play this real quick. This is something like I said, so I wrote a little something, and I'm going to send it off and see what this other person comes up with. Cool. All right, let's pull that up. That's something good we can go over. The question is, what the hell did I name it? Dude, I don't remember what I named that. Sometimes I'll actually give it a correct name, and I have a super bad habit of how dare you? How dare you say my stuff sounds like Limp Bizkit? Oh, it does now that you mention it. Fucking A. The Stomp is a sick piece of gear, man. I had one for a while, as you guys know, and I parted with it, and I regret it. And I'm going to try and get my hands on one again soon. Excuse me. Oh, here we go. Found it. Found it. It's not a Limp Bizkit song, guys. Fuck. It does sound like Limp Bizkit. Son of a bitch. All right. So, this is a topic for. There's different approaches to this. Scott, aka the Bun, and I have talked about this. I will get my track as close to a finished product as possible, and then I will do what's called top-down mixing. A lot of you guys know if you watch my videos. I learned it from Nolly and watching Nolly's videos, where basically I'm mixing into my mix bus processing. So you can see I have my mix bus processing here. So pull this up. Virtual mix rack, my compressor, virtual tape machine, Pro EQ, which is not on. I do some notching, and I don't have this on either. So I left the EQ moves off because, you know, Glenn wanted this to kind of demonstrate the plugins and the impulses that they sent. So I didn't want to color things too much, and I don't even think I did any processing on. Yeah, so I have noise gate, this 808, emissary, and NAD IR. Let's see how this sounds. I don't know if it's going to sound any. So yeah, for mastering, I have Pro L. Let me put this back where it was. Hold on. Yeah, I mean, all kidding aside, man, Wes wrote some pretty memorable and iconic riffs for the time. I'm just not I guess I'm definitely not a Fred Durst fan. How about that? So this is what is happening. So there's some sick riffs in here that I think I need to like turn into a proper song. That snare does sound sick, right? A lot of it is, obviously there's a fair amount of shit happening inside of this fucking Superior Drummer 3, boys, of course. A lot of that crack, though, comes from having this, and this is something you'll learn. I highly recommend on Creative Live. Nolly has a Creative Live. Nope, that bass tone is all in the helix, my friend. So, well, let me show you the drums first of all. So, if we're just listening to the drums, you'll see with my compressor on, when the snare hits, you get about 3 dB of reduction. If I take that compressor off, you'll see that the snare is almost too loud. So the top-down mixing has a lot to do with the way my final mixes sound. Now the bass, like I said, it's all helix, but I'm doing some processing. So this is the raw helix bass tone right here. Now, for processing for the bass, I have some virtual mix rack, which I'm brightening the living crap out of it and kind of compressing it with the FG stress. So I'll turn that on. Yeah, the drums are pretty reverb heavy by themselves. Well, that snare is at least. And it kind of like doesn't get lost in the mix, but I like that amount of snare in the context of the mix, if you know what I mean. So yeah, that's that Glenn Fricker video. Cool. What else am I working on? What else can I answer? What's this? Oh, I would have known. I would have known what you meant by filthy. It is a filthy, gnarly bass tone. That's half my shit, is like that bass tone. It has to be prevalent and predominant. Oh, this is the Limp Bizkit song. Fuck you guys. Actually, I should probably rename it so I can send it to my buddy. Dude, Australia produced one of the bands that's near and dear to my heart that I love oh so much, and that's 12 Foot Ninja. I love 12 Foot Ninja. And I Built the Sky. I mean, that dude's insane too. I love 12 Foot Ninja. I've talked to Stevik multiple times. I love that guy, man. Oh, that's that beat. Okay. That's another beat. It's nice, Studio One, you can just rename a project. Oh, what else can I show you guys? There's a couple hip-hop artists I've been listening to lately a lot. Some of you may be surprised. I listen to some pretty chill vibes, reggae type stuff to kind of like put me in a good mood. What else have I been listening to? That's a very good question. Let me see what I've been playing recently in Spotify. Yeah, so recent plays on Spotify. Stick Figure, which is the reggae band, sometimes known as white boy reggae because it's a bunch of white dudes and Hawaiian dudes. Oh, the new Lamb of God album is so good. If you're a fan of metal, Lamb of God is just like, this definitely sounds like a Lamb of God album, but it's just good. It's good. They're so good. They keep getting better. What else? And then this like California Country, the White Buffalo, has a new album, which is stellar. Yeah, dude, Lamb of God has just been, I love him. And the new album does not disappoint. You heard it here first, folks. The Bun is editing a video that hopefully we all get the pleasure of seeing very soon. If you guys in here, so there's what, 5 people in here other than Scott. If you don't know who The Bun is, go to his channel, check him out. He's my dear friend. We've become fast friends. I love this man. He's helped me in so many ways with this YouTube stuff. I am going to do you guys all a favor and good. If anybody doesn't know who I'm talking about, go to this channel, subscribe to my friend Scott, aka The Bun. His videos are amazing. The production quality, he makes me be a better man. Yeah, dude, Rob, just listen to other stuff, you know? Just listen to different things. And also, something that as I've gotten older, I've kind of stopped doing, but when I do it, it definitely helps me. Go jam on some other music, other people's music. Learn different songs, like learn different band songs. You know what I mean? Like yesterday, I was just jamming on some Collective Soul just because, like, I remember growing up with their music, and I'm like, I never learned this song. I'm gonna learn this shit. Miguel, bro, what's up? What is up, my brother? Yeah, dude, I'm going to show you right now. I'm going to show you this new thing. It's on its way. Everybody say what's up to Miguel, my homie, my solar brother. There she is, baby. Got that Solar baritone Evertune. It'll be here Thursday. I could not be more excited. Miguel, share your band's YouTube in the chat, brother. You got the 7, huh? Nice. What's that, number 3, number 4 for you? I'm so fucking excited. Yeah, I couldn't, Miguel, I found this on reverb.com, man, and it was such a good price. All said and done, I paid $1,000. So I saved a shitload of money. It's barely used, barely been played, like new, in the States. It's coming from Vegas, as a matter of fact. Not quite all the way to Cali, but pretty close. And I felt so bad buying a used one. I hit up Ola and made sure he was cool with it, and he was. He laughed at me. Yeah, dude. You know, between shipping and import fees, like, you know, that they get up there. So I was able to find this one and swooped in. Oh, I'm so stoked. So supposedly it'll be here Thursday. It's going to be a long week. Mine is, I'll share it with you guys. Dude, see, 1450? Man. It's because of shipping and the import fees. Thursday, damn. What's up, Ben? Yeah, I've been eyeing up a baritone forever. So when I came across this, I had to talk with the wife, made sure she was cool with it. I've been squirreling away YouTube money just for this. Really? Interesting. Well, so import rules change all the time. I used to work in shipping and receiving. We shipped internationally all the time. Import rules and taxes are changing all the time. So who knows? Like, because I know they come from Spain, if I'm not mistaken. So shit can change, and maybe at one time during one particular window, the taxes weren't as bad or the import fees. And now clearly, so what, your 7 retailed for $12.99 and then you ended up paying $14.50. So Miguel, did you get the one with the Evertune? Let's take a look at the guitar that Miguel got. So he got 7 string with the Evertune. You did not get the one with the maple neck, did you? Did you get this one? Did you get this one? Because if you did, I'm jealous. Like, the neck just sets it off, man. Oh, shit. I almost fucking fell. No. Would you get this one? Yeah, so, Ben, I'm thinking that's a good price. These things retail, what, $11.99, $12.99? So if you can snag one in the States for $1,000, it's a sweet deal. Sick, brother, sick. I'm already thinking about the next one. Wow. Nice, dude. Nice. Like, I even kind of love this one, you know? All right, Rob. Thanks for hanging, brother. Take it easy. Be safe. Oh, yeah. It'll be less than 2 weeks, brother. Friday, I'm going to try and shoot a couple on Friday. Yeah, dude. Where's that? That green 7 string is sick. This one? Oh, this one. S1.6 baritone on reverb. 7 string on here. .6. This is a 7 string right here. Pretty. Ah, yeah, that's probably the case. Because the only baritone solar that I've seen on Reverb, I'm the one who snagged it. And this is a good price too. I mean, Gary's Gear Outlet. Yeah, the pictures are from some dude's living room. Could probably talk him down. Lime green, baby. $850. Terrible photos. I do like that color. I mean, it looks like a goddamn cone, but he's throwing in the case? Wow. No Evertune, though. I'm spoiled. I kind of love that Evertune. Yeah, you could probably talk him down. No, they don't have it in baritone, but I would love that. I do want one of those. Keep going back. I should just have this bookmark. I think these are, I don't even know if these are 25.5 inch scale length. I think they're 2475. Yeah. So this would just be a standard tune guitar. But that's okay. Look at this thing. Sick. Yeah, I mean, it's just a shame the scale length is so short. Again, not opposed to having a guitar tuned to standard or drop D, but 25.5 inch is what I have for my guitars now, and well, my Tremonti and my Solar, and I tune those to drop C. That's a sick looking guitar though. Like, you can't fuck with it. And I do love a V. Like, nothing screams. I mean, that's exclusively a metal guitar, right? A V. Yeah, like I was saying before, I don't know if you're on, I have grown to really kind of prefer my Solar with the Solar Duncans over my Tremonti with the Fishmans. Um, yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure what I'm gonna put in my baritone. I'm not sure what I'm gonna go for there. Come on, you fucking webpage. What's happening here? I do kind of like this. But these, again, I think are only 24.75. Get one of these with a... Yeah. Yeah. As a matter of fact... Again, 24.75. So he's got even a different inlay. Yeah, so I mean, I love the Fishmans in that SE. I love the Fishmans. I had DiMarzios in it before. Yeah, I'm gonna have to wait though. I just blew my YouTube load on this guitar, so it's gonna be a minute. Hey, that inlay is pretty sick, right? Nice, dude. It's pretty sick. Does this have the Duncan Solars in it? No, they have actual Duncan Black Winters. Ooh, interesting. Interesting. Nice. Yeah, I want more. I just want more. Can you ever have too many guitars? I do want to try and get my hands on an RGB i6 for my next baritone. I think I'm going to get one more baritone after this before I go back to a regular scale, 25.5-inch scale. Oh, I know, man. How many guitars in total do you have, Miguel? You got 3 Solars. You have an ESP. What else you got? No, it's not possible. It's not possible. Yeah. I sold 2 guitars this past year, and I regret it. But, desperate times call for desperate measures. We needed the cash, unfortunately. it's probably a good rule. I just know that I've regretted every piece of guitar gear-wise that I've gotten rid of. I had a Fender Aerodyne bass when I played bass in a hardcore band or post-hardcore band that I regret getting rid of. I kick myself in the ass all the time. It was a sick bass. I'm stupid. I had an Ibanez, an old Ibanez, a double cutaway that I just loved. I loved that guitar, and it sounded and played so good. And I sold it. And then, we fell on a situation where we needed a chunk of money, so I had to sell. I sold two of my two baritones, and I miss them. But you know what? I'll get guitars. I'll replace them. But I always regret getting rid of a guitar. It's true. Shit happens. How you guys doing, Miguel? Are you alright out there? Are you working still? People in the States aren't taking this seriously to begin with. I know California is even worse. Yeah, man. Those LTD Explorers were sick. Yeah, I figured it out, Miguel. I'm glad you guys are alright, though. Bummer about the hours, but at least you're still getting some. And hopefully you and the family are still healthy. Haven't had any run-ins. What is this? There's a lot happening here. Oh, those are bad riffs. Cool. Good. Glad to hear it. I see the band is recording stuff. You guys still recording stuff? Are you guys done? How many tracks do you have completed? Dude, I have two presets. I have a purple and a badunk right next to each other, and I basically tried to make them as close as possible so that I could have one left, one right for the next stuff I start working on. And yeah, I'm loving the Rev Purple. My favorite riff? Good question, Bun. Good question. My favorite riff is probably... I have a lot of favorite riffs. So this is the project I did with my buddy Jeff. So there's vocals on these tracks. Fuck off, Nick. Let me see if this stuff will play on here. See, I've heard people say different things about the Nolly, archetype Nolly. But if you're getting good mileage out of it, you know, fucking A. Let's see. How can I get... how can I do this? Let's see if this works. I don't know if it's going to work. Oh, yeah. Okay. Okay, so Bun asks some of my favorite riffs that I've written. Right on, dude. So this is the first thing I released, like, out into the world. And this is a project called the Partisan Component that I did with my buddy Jeff. There's some cool riffs in this song. We'll kind of go through it a little bit since we're just hanging out. There's some tremolo riffs in here that I really like, but the end of this song is something that I really kind of love because it's like there's not much happening, but the bass is kind of cool and it's like just a groovy part, but I'll play some snippets of it. And my buddy's Jeff's vocals are brutal.
With your intention of poverty
But the end of this song is what I really, really love.
Fade down, digging deep to the bottom of our souls.
So my buddy Jeff is obviously into death metal vocals and growls and guttural singing, so I wrote stuff with him in mind, and this is the stuff that came out of it. And this other song, Snakes, I'll play some snippets of, it's the same thing. It's like, it's sort of, and what he wanted, the way he sounds, what I thought would sound good for his vocals, pushed me to write something that I probably wouldn't have written. And that song, Bridges Burn, is one of the things I'm most proud of, as well as this song Snakes, where I'm sure some of you may have heard this. Bun, I'm sure you've heard this multiple times. But there's riffs in Snakes that I absolutely love. Raphael, what's up? We're just listening to some of my favorite riffs that I've written. This is Snakes by my project, The Partisan Component, with my friend Jeff. My bad. So what I was saying is the chorus of this riff, like when I wrote it, the chunkiness, it's simple riffs. When I wrote it and shared it with Jeff, he was like, dude, holy shit. So the chunky caveman riffs with the ambient, creepy guitar. Can you hear me now? Cool. Sorry guys. I muted myself so it didn't like reverb from headphones. These open backs sometimes bleed into the mic. Anyway, this chorus is something I'm super proud of. Since Bun brought up my favorite riffs, it's not a ton happening guitar-wise as far as like complicated riffs, but it just came together. So I'll shut up and play it. That's about 6 out of. That's about as heavy a thing I think I've ever written. And then we did one more called Shapeshifter. And again, it's some of the coolest riffs I think I've written. I don't think any of this had the badunk, believe it or not. I think I was using the Angel, I guess it is in the Helix. It's two, so all of these tracks, it's two guitars, it's quad tracked, so two left, two right, two different patches. Yeah, this was before I started diving into the badunk. This was when I had my baritones. This track I recorded with my baritone, PRS 277. It had Fishman Moderns in it. And same thing, I believe. This might be the Badunk, I don't remember. Yes, Own Hammer, all day, every day. This has got some cool riffs in it, so I'll play some of this. Miguel, brother, peace. Thanks for being here. Glad you're doing well. Glad you're staying safe. Give Callie a big hug for me. What else? Favorite riffs I've written. It's just a shameless way to get me to play my music. I know, bro. I know. Hopefully the world settles down in the next year or so. Raphael, when you get that IR, let me know. Peace, Miguel. Love you, brother. My best and hetero life mate is here. Sent me $1 while he's taking a shit. Is anybody else listening while you're taking a shit? So, those of you that don't know, this is my EP that I put out. And my friend, my best pal, Scott, aka The Bun, did this cover. And it's sick. And it makes the album. One song, Raphael? You're going to make me pick one song? I'll let you pick. If you want to pick something from the Partisan component, that'd be cool, because my buddy Jeff is on there, and he deserves to be heard. So if you want to pick something off of there, otherwise, I'll let you pick. Because I'll put all of my music on there, because I'm shameless, and I want everybody to hear it. Did you finally get a bidet, bro? Who's left in here? Does anybody want to hear me go through my goddamn riffs? Dude, I told you, it's a revelation. If I don't get to use my bidet, I feel like I shit my pants all day. Oh boy. Holy shit, we've been going strong. 2 hours and 20 minutes. How can you use it way too much? How can you use it too much? If you angle it just right, you're basically douching yourself. All you guys, I'm sure, have heard all my music. I don't want to bore you with my stupid explanations. Yeah, sure. As a matter of fact, I'll do you one better. It is 12:25 a.m. So midnight 30. Nick, you're in Australia, right? Or am I getting you mistaken with somebody else? Nice. 3:25 p.m. Monday? Nick and Ben, you guys are both in Australia? That's insane. That's crazy. YouTube. You get to meet cool people from around the world. You guys are time travelers. Oh, wait, it's Monday here, I suppose. What a crazy concept. Okay. What else is going on? No. I mean, I've mixed some stuff on the side for side gigs, but my job is I am a video editor and videographer for a company out of Chicago. I live in Milwaukee, which is north of Chicago. Rafael, muchas gracias. Thank you. So I do video work for my job, and made some videos for some local bands here, and I've done a series of videos for a local music shop that I'm good buddies with, pretty much everybody at the store. Done some video work for them. But yeah, I'm a video editor by day and videographer, camera operator. And then do pretty much anything music related I can on the side. Oh, Raphael, it's late. Staying up all night. Should probably wrap this up. Favorite Lamb of God album. I have been loving the new one. Like, it'll end up being up there for sure. Palaces is probably one of my favorites. Sacrament is good beginning to end. The last one I thought was really fucking good too. Like, thank you, Raphael. I appreciate you. You've been with me a long time. I know. I remember seeing your comments for quite some time, so I appreciate it. Yeah, I can't believe. I remember when I started, and I'm like, wow, I got 100. How cool! And then I got 500, and when I got to 1,000, I'm like, that took a lot of work, and then it's just kind of blown. It's grown faster and faster. So people like you guys, I appreciate it so much. It's been a blast trying to do this, help people out, and meet a ton of cool people, talented people too. You know, it still blows me away that people follow me and like my music. But you guys are awesome. I appreciate all the support. I mean, it's kind of nice doing these streams. I mean, one advantage of not having a shitload of people in here is I get to at least chat with everybody. Yeah, there's only so much you can do with the Helix, though. I appreciate the kind words, though, you know, but it's why I try to do like a bunch of other stuff, mixing stuff. The Helix stuff definitely does the best, that's for sure. But I didn't know Jen was a Helix user. I gotta link up with her, see if she'll try some of my Helix stuff. But it's definitely been cool, you know, helping people and meeting all sorts of people. You know, people hit me up to listen to their music, and it's like, why do you guys care what I think? But, you know, I take the time to do it, give some feedback. Because I know it means a lot to me that, you know, Ola's kind of been cool with me and shit like that. So, and then of course the bun too, you know. I do have one video. I mean, I don't. Yes, Raphael, at some point I will. It might be a while. Because I just don't play live. You know. Hey Ben, appreciate you for being here, man. Be well. Take it easy. See you next time. Thanks for all your support. Yeah, Raphael, we'll dig into it at some point. It might be a little bit because, like I said, I just don't play live, but maybe I can set something up to kind of duplicate it. It'll take a little bit of work, but it's definitely a good topic. Oh, yeah, Nick, I would love to get into more modelers. The problem is just getting my hands on them, you know? I do make some money off of YouTube, but it's not much. So for me to save up to get my hands on one, it would take a year, you know, of just squirreling away all my earnings. So it's tough. If I come across something I'm able to get, I definitely try to, you know, like I did the Tube Screamer video, but I try not to spend too much of my like household money on this stuff. And I have to pour what I make. I pour what I make back into the channel. So if I get the opportunity to get my hands on more gear, I would love to get my hands on, you know, some fractal stuff. I would love to get my hands on that new Neural DSP hardware that's going to come out sometime this year. I just don't think I'm big enough to even have any pull. The more audio stuff would be cool to play with. You know, you would think that having 5K plus subscribers is a lot, but in the grand scheme of things, it's not. Yeah, they're a little pricey. But, you know, at some point I'll get into a position where I can probably get my hands on one, or maybe I can even borrow one from somebody. I don't know. I haven't really dug too deep. I just assume that I'll have to buy it on my own, you know, and don't totally like having to rely on other people. So, Raphael, have you seen the new one I got coming? Were you here when I was showing everybody? Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, the thing is like before I got my Helix, I had a Pod HD Pro, and uh, I learned that thing front to back and got good sounds out of that. You know, I kind of wish I still had it, because I would love to like show people that you can still get good tones. It's just you got to take the time to learn the gear and have some patience, you know. So I have no doubts that if I get my hands on some of this other gear, I'd be able to kind of dial in some stuff and help people out. Because I've heard stories about people who had fractals and then got rid of it because they couldn't figure it out or it was too complicated. And I just feel like people maybe give up a little bit too quickly. I know people did that with the Helix, which is astonishing. But Raphael, yes, this is my next one. It's coming. It'll be here Thursday. It's a baritone. And I'm excited. Basically brand new. What else, guys? You guys got any last minute questions? Probably wrap this up pretty soon here. Getting ready to crash. Appreciate you guys hanging out. Right on, Raphael. I am. I'm not going to stop. I'm going to do this forever. It's a blast. We just got to get more people to sub to the channel and then to be in the chats so that we can make a little bit more money and get some more gear and make more videos on this different gear. That's what we got to do. So you guys are my family. You guys can kind of share the videos when you can. Bring a little more attention to it. I mean, it's because of you guys. Yeah, I know. Like, there's people in Australia and people in Germany who, when I do streams earlier in the day, they don't get a chance. So I've been trying to kind of do it a little more later because, I mean, I don't have to get up early in the morning or anything. So I'm more than happy to kind of do late night streams for you guys. So thank you guys for being here. Nick, and I know Ben left already. It's so mind-blowing to me that there's like people across the world that are following me and digging my stuff. So thank you guys so much. I appreciate it. It's mind-blowing. Appreciate you guys. So thank you guys again for hanging out, chatting things up. I'll try and, like I said at the beginning, I'm trying to right on, dude. Nick, if you got music to share, hit me up, let me know. More than happy to take a listen. Raphael, thank you, brother. You've been here since the early days, so appreciate you. I'm going to head out now. Thank you guys so much for being here. It's good talking. Stay safe, everybody. Night, bro. Night, bro. Scott, brother. Let's talk this week. All right, guys. I'll see you around. Right on, dude. I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.